Hi and welcome to the CANZ Forza Motorsport series. This is just another test stream ahead of Thursday night's actual racing, where we've got the V8 supercars in full swing, and we will be racing at Brands Hatch for round one, and it'll be a standard race format, which is qualifying, a full race and then a reverse grid race. So this is just, again, a bit of a test stream, and we've got DeadX here as my co-host. How you going?
Fantastic, Brendan, and yourself?
Yep, not too bad at all. And he'll be providing hopefully some good insight into what's happening with some of the drivers. So I've got Drifter on pole. He's well ahead based on that little mini qualifying session they just had. And then we've got Scavenger there in second. Highboy ahead of Catters, who was the reigning champ. You see the number 1 on his car. Erebus has rejoined the series with some decent internet now, so hopefully he doesn't have any dropouts. Shepdog partnering with Highboy Cozza for Team Australia. He's on his own. And Unused Dragon is the third of the Nissan Ultimas, teaming up with Drifter and Chaos. And meanwhile we've got Wobegon at the back of the field, though he didn't qualify, so that's why he's starting from there. Alright, we're about to get underway. We've got 6 laps. I believe there is a quick stop in this one. And Scavenger off to a great start. Looks like Highboy trying to wedge himself in there and keeps Catters at bay as they head down the hill and in towards Druids, the hairpin, where carnage could ensue. But if it's anything like last time, there was pretty clean racing all round, and they have managed to get through Catters on the inside of Erebus by the look of that. And Drifter has lost his position to Scavenger. I missed that one, but obviously a good move from Scavenger. Probably at Druids he might have made the pass. And head up to the back section of the circuit for the GP layout. Drifter side by side. No, he's got ahead of Scavenger as they head down the hill into Hawthorns. Highboy still in third. A little bit of a gap back to Catters. Erebus hot on his tail. And I think we're in for some pretty good racing again, DeadX.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Everyone seems to be spreading out at the back of the field at the moment, but other than that, things look interesting up front.
Yep, and Drifter starting to get a bit of a gap. And it could be a familiar sight here to see Scavenger and Drifter, Highboy battling it out. Oh, Scavenger wide there into the Clark curve. He's lost a bit of ground there. Drifter will get a bit more of a gap, and you can see there just over a second separates them, and it's less than 3 seconds separating the top 4 at the moment. Unused Dragon up in 6th, Mr. Cozza sitting back in 7th, and Shepdog's dropped back to last. Somewhere in that he's lost a few spots. And Catters starting to gain on Highboy. Erebus sticking very closely with Catters. And Erebus is a bit of an unknown too, even though he did race in a few of the races during the RGL and the early stages of CANZ. He was pretty quick, so we're still to get a gauge on him. Oh, Scavenger onto the grass, going wide. And you can see Drifter sailing off into the distance there, and he's pushing probably a bit hard to catch him. And we'll go back a bit. We'll check out Highboy and Erebus, who's managed to get in front of Catters by the look of that. I think there's going to need to be a bit more time put into this track. I think Drifter's done quite a lot of testing, and it's paying off at the moment. Erebus hunting down Highboy very quickly, putting the pressure on. Catters a bit off the pace, so hopefully he'll find a bit more pace before the start of the series again this Thursday night, 2 nights from now, starting at approximately 9 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. Scavenger into the pit lane now. Highboy moves up to second, and Erebus in third. Drifter stayed out, so wait and see if there's a undercut. We'll watch that when the time comes. We'll just stick with these two battling it out. Highboy into Druids. Erebus not looking for a pass just yet. Probably not close enough. We want to be side by side heading into that one. And along Cooper Straight, SM Motorsport. Highboy teaming up with Shepdog, currently in 8th place, so that will correct itself when all the pit stops have been processed. And Drifter is well ahead at the moment. We've got a almost 4 second gap back to second, while Scavenger has pitted, so the gap won't be quite that dramatic once Scavenger is, once the rest of this field has pitted. And Erebus must have made a little mistake. He's fallen back and Cadders is catching up with him.
Looks like Cadders has just been taken over with Erebus, so... And Cadders has overtaken Highboy. Highboy's in the... And Drifter has gone through the pits. So we're looking at where the overlap is with Scavenger. Scavenger's just coming onto the straight now with Highboy... Drifter... Like Drifter's out of the pits.
And Highboy's rejoined just behind
He's only
Scavenger.
100 metres.
So Highboy's gained a bit of ground, or Scavenger's lost a bit. Looking at Drifter there, he might have lost some time in the pit lane. Cadders now catching up to Highboy, so I think we're just waiting on Erebus, I believe, to go through the pit lane.
Erebus to go through the pit lane, but he was overtaken by Cadders before.
Okay, may have made a mistake, so...
He should fall back behind Cadders.
Yep, so he must have made a mistake. He's probably staying out to try and push for that bit of extra time. We've got 2 laps to remaining. Erebus will have to pit the next lap at the latest, I believe.
Oh, next one, yeah.
But he's going in now. That's a very nice pit entry.
In.
Someone has hit the tyres big time. And we've also got Unused Dragon in there. He wasn't too far behind Erebus, so it'll be interesting to see where they come out. Shepdog will move into the lead of the race. The last one to pit, he will need to pit on the next lap. And we're just seeing here, Drifter's definitely sorted Erebus out. We'll just see where Erebus rejoins. Scavenger and Highboy flying past. And also Cadders, so he rejoins in 6th at the moment, probably 5th once it's all corrected. So Erebus has lost a fair bit of time. We will follow Shepdog for a little bit, give him a bit of airtime as he drifts around the corner, going very wide and just rescuing that now. This is going to be very close to the lead pack now. He's lost that much time. Drifter currently in 2nd, but will be 1st, and you can see now the gap to a Shepdog. And now Drifter well in control of this one. The racing from last week was a lot closer than tonight's between the top 2. It was always a very close battle. But Drifter has proven a bit of practice will make things a lot easier for her, and he's just flying away with it.
Especially with the fastest lap time of 1:29.192 compared to that to Scavenger, who's in 2nd place, which is a 1:33.010. So
wow, that is a big
absolutely
difference.
Flying ahead of everyone else.
Yep, and we see Shepdog just going into the pit. We'll find out where he rejoins a bit later. Going into the final lap of the race. And we'll just see how the battle is going for 2nd and 3rd, because I believe Highboy was pushing Scavenger, and he is very close. So here's some, always got a good battle here, but Scavenger's gone a bit wide. Highboy's got the inside line. Scavenger's given him some room. Nice racing from both of those guys. Could have been a collision, but so far very clean. Scavenger just keeping it tight on the inside for Highboy. And looking for a pass. This isn't the place to do it. As they head up to the Pilgrim's Drop and then Hawthorne Hill is where you can get a really good run on. And if you get the toe, you might be able to get a pass. But you've got to be pretty brave around this corner here because it's very fast. Right-hander. Scavenger looking for that opportunity. He's just going to keep as close as he can to Highboy, and he's on the outside but a little bit wide. Come around to Sheen Curve, and Highboy is just off the track into the sand. He's managed to rescue that, and he's just lost 2 positions. That was a very good rescue. It could have been a lot worse. If he had hit that sand, he would have fallen back behind Erebus. Scavenger will claim second unless he makes a mistake on this final turn as they head through Brabham Straight. Drifter takes out the practice race with a 9 minute 32 race time. Scavenger about 7 seconds behind, and they're all finishing now. Not a massive gap spread across the field for that race.
Only biggest gap I saw was from Drifter to everyone else. He seems to be in a class of his own at the moment.
He does. So hopefully between now and Thursday, some of these drivers can get a bit more practice in and hopefully improve. If not, we'll be watching the battle for the minor placings on the podium. But there's plenty to go. The season will go for quite a while. So we'll just pull up the race results in just a moment. And we'll just have a look now. So there you can see Drifter well ahead there. It was actually about almost 7 seconds gap back to a second place in the end. Catters was closing fast on Scavenger. He also, Catters and Highboy got into the 129, so Scavenger must have had a dirty lap there. He must have had a bit better pace than that to have finished second. But there's a few there in the 129s, but they are half a second behind Drifter overall, and trailing back. Mr. Cozza not having his best race there. So all in all, not a bad start, and that was again just another practice session for us to test the stream. And we'll just finish that. We'll cut the stream now. We've had our little test run at the moment. We might put it back up again for another race in just a moment.